What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to another reaction video. Today we're going to be checking out Chris Webby's Mischief Night Freeverse. I've been looking through the comments to try to remember some of the tracks that have been recommended, and I saw Mischief Night, so thought I would do it. So I hope you're all doing well. Well, let's get right into it. We got the king, Chris Webby himself.
Okay, all set, let's go.
I'm a raw dude, it's what I evolved to. And the shit you heard about me is probably all true. And what you call my peers in rap, I call food. Cut them into little pieces and dip them in fondue. Cocaine and chartreuse to get loose and boost these spastic outbursts.
What does he say? He's saying...
And dip them in fondue. All my peers in rap, I call food. Cut them into little pieces.
All of his peers in rap, he calls food. So, like, he eats his competition up.
Shit you heard about me is probably all true. And what you call my peers in rap, I call food. Cut them into little pieces and dip them in fondue. Cocaine and chartreuse to get loose and boost these spastic outbursts occurring up in the booth. I'm writing these dissertations, they writing like Mother Goose. And their fans must be slow too, cause they getting views. But it's cool, cause I'm riding on my own path. Stayed out the way of the game and I chose that. While they climb the Hollywood mountain with a broke back. Selling ass while they selling souls, selling both that. And I could have been G-Easy, could have signed
the Brokeback Mountain, but climbing Hollywood Hills what?
game and I chose that. While they climb the Hollywood mountain with a broke back. Selling that
With the broke back? Well, they climb in Hollywood Hill, like Hollywood Mountain with the...
Man, I chose that. While they climb the Hollywood mountain with a broke back. Selling ass while they selling souls, selling both that. And I could have...
So, you know, alluding to some after hours activities.
Been G-Easy, could have signed a big deal. Took those very same meetings, but I got a weird feeling. Looking at it now, that shit gives me the chills. Cause to be G-Easy would suck, dog, for real. He on so many drugs, he got me looking sober. Now wipe that damn makeup off, you fucking poser. That Satan worshiping Illuminati shit is over. And so is your career, dog, let me give you closure. Throw this motherfucker in a halfway house before he spits another trash ass bar, just get him out. Gee, you making white boys look bad right now. And as a white boy, you don't get no pass right now. You could say that I'm a dick, I'd be inclined to agree. But I'm just sick of all these wannabe lying MCs. Little puppets for the labels and secret societies. Up at Diddy gatherings, bunch of Hollywood creeps. Can't say from firsthand, never been to one. For the tea, you gotta ask Meek Mill that one.
Yo, I didn't know he just talked, because like I haven't listened to his music in the past like 5-6 months. I was doing other things. I wasn't doing reactions. So now that I'm catching up on a bunch of, you know, recent videos that he's done in the past 6 months, I didn't know he was talking about this stuff.
But I'm just sick of all these wannabe lying MCs. Little puppets for the labels and secret societies. Up at Diddy gatherings, bunch of Hollywood creeps. Can't say from firsthand, never been to one. For the tea, you gotta ask Meek Mill that one. Yeah, my skills ain't dull. Yeah, I'm still that one.
So like,
you could...
I guess I might as well just talk about it, because he says that the artists are just puppets for the big labels, and
for the tea, you gotta ask me. Diddy gatherings, bunch of Hollywood creeps. Can't say from firsthand, never been to...
Yeah, so like basically just saying the artists are puppets. So everybody always says like, oh, that's not real rap. All it is talking about money and like sex and all that stuff. And that's for a reason. That's because that's what the labels push onto us. The same thing as in your movies. You always have like those scenes in the bedroom or whatever, right? They at least got to put it in there. People who are mainstream artists don't really have too much of a say, if a say at all, in what they pump out to the people for mass brainwashing.
One for the tea, you gotta ask Meek Mill that one. Yeah, my skills ain't dull. Yeah, I'm still
and Chris
that
doesn't
one.
Want to be a part
you
of
could
that.
Say I'm not a legend, but I feel like one. I'm the bastard son of Shady, so
up.
whether or not he chooses to embrace me doesn't matter.
He says he's the bastard of...
You could say I'm not a legend, but I feel like one. I'm the bastard son of Shady, so whether or not he chooses to embrace me doesn't matter. He knows he's the one who made me all those years ago when I was little more than a baby.
That's actually true, because most people probably got into trying to rap or make music because of Eminem or Slim Shady in Webby's case.
I'm not a legend, but I feel like one. I'm the bastard son of Shady, so whether or not he chooses to embrace me doesn't matter. He knows he's the one who made me all those years ago when I was little more than...
And you know what? Eminem did admit in a few songs, I think one of them was Venom, Venom for sure. And then some of his, like one or two of his newer songs, he kind of admits that, because think about it, like infesting in your kids' ears and nesting. So like what he says, he admits that he's infesting our kids, the kids, and which was me at the time, and many of us, infesting us with those, you know, songs like Kim and alcohol and abuse and all this stuff was in like sitting in our ears and nesting. So staying there, which is a metaphor for what I truly believe is our subconscious. So a lot of people will say like sexual innuendos in Disney movies or kid shows is for the parents and the kids don't know no better. But it's infesting and sitting in our subconscious or in our ears, in our brains, and nesting till we get to a certain age where we understand what all that means. And that could be at 13, 14 years old. And then we have, you know, bad things start happening to the youth. So that's why I like people like Chris Webby, because he said, no, I'm not joining a label. I'm not trying to be controlled that way. And I'm not going to brainwash the masses, especially children, because children get their hands on this type of music so easily, especially nowadays. But even in my days, we got CDs, we got tapes, like we got ways to listen to music. And then the internet came out. So then we had LimeWire, Napster, all that stuff. We have ways, but we still got a lot of the song left. So let's just keep going.
That one, yeah, my skills ain't dull. Yeah, I'm still that one. You could say I'm not a legend, but I feel like one. I'm the bastard son of Shady, so whether or not he chooses to embrace me doesn't matter. He knows he's the one who made me all those years ago when I was little more than a baby. He created a fucking monster, so love me or hate me, I'm still the fucking Jon Snow to the shadiest throne. Thought I wanted it until I started making my own. North of the wall, underground, where the White Walkers roam all alone. But just look at how the Padawan's grown. With the death of Slim Shady, there's an open slot though. Who you think's qualified? Fucking Jack Harlow? Fuck no, it'd be a compliment to call him so-so. That white man can't jump, I mean shit, he could barely flow. I don't know, I'm just saying he ain't got it like that. And nor do most of the rappers within my Spotify app. And if I don't do it, then who else gonna take out the trash? It's a thankless job, so I just embrace it as that. But why you hating, Webby? What's the fucking matter with you? I don't know, I got bored, didn't have shit to do. Crushed an Addy and snorted it, now I'm back in the mood to massacre these whack rappers. I'm a savage, it's true, I'm not a mean guy, really, I'm just playing my position, which puts me in a position for ripping my competition. But that don't mean I hate everybody, don't you forget it. I got underground alliances with some of the illest. I know Canadian rappers, real Canadian rappers, who didn't move to the States and stop claiming it after. Yeah, you know who I mean, that's just my thoughts on the matter. And regardless of the...
That's funny, because there is quite a few Canadian rappers that are well known. We got Snack the Ripper, Mercules, Caspian, like there's so many. Evil Ebenezer. I'm pretty sure Chris Webby knows all those guys. Can't remember. Did they ever do music together? Chris Webby, Snack the Ripper, and the whole Stomp Down Killers. I don't know. But definitely know he wasn't talking about those guys. He was definitely talking about someone whose name rhymes with mom. Yeah, so he's definitely calling him out
to the States and stop claiming it after.
Because if you do look at Tom's music videos, he has all the American flags and he's never like repping Canada ever. So it's just funny that Chris is calling him out.
To the States and stop claiming it after. Yeah, you know who I mean. That's just my thoughts on the matter. And regardless of the science, I'm an anti-Daxer. Shout to Mercules, DTG, and Quake. Shout to Classified and Chalk Claire leading the way. And
wait, he's an anti-Daxer. So obviously meaning like the shot. But does he also mean Dax? Because Dax is also from Canada. Like he's obviously, Dax is Nigerian, but he lives in Canada. Or he's from Canada. What grew up in Canada. Is that what he meant? Anti-Daxer? He's anti-Dax?
Know who I mean? That's just my thoughts on the matter. And regardless of the science, I'm an anti-Daxer. Shout to Mercules, DTG, and Quake. Shout to Classified and Chalk Claire leading the way.
Yeah.
And any other real Canadians, I'm meaning to say. But above.
So basically he shouted out all the other Canadian artists, except for maybe like Snack the Ripper, but he did say Mercules and whatnot. But he said anti-Daxer, and I know he's trying not to say the word because of YouTube algorithms and stuff, but he could have said Maxer, Traxer, Taxer, Laxer, but he said Daxer, so I'm thinking he called out Dax.
anti-Daxer. Shout to Mercules, DTG, and Quake. Shout to Classified and Chalk Claire leading the way. And any other real Canadians I'm meaning to say. But above all else, it's rest in peace, Pat Stay. Wait, you didn't say Drake? Yeah, I know. I'm not a girl with bad musical taste or a homo. I ain't big enough to diss him, though he's out of my league. And after Kendrick caught that body, honestly, there's no need. So fuck it, nothing matters, cause whatever I do, I'm not part of the program, so I ain't getting the views. I could fucking cure cancer, go and get on the news. I still won't get the credit whenever the credit is due. But if you do get mad at what I said today, I won't apologize, and yes, it was meant that way. But fuck it, I can't help the fact I am this way. Wish I wasn't sometimes, but fuck it sometimes. And sometimes some shit just gotta be said. And who else gonna do it? So screw it, go get my man.
That was actually a good transition the way he did that, because it threw me off because he kind of stopped the rhyme and kind of slithered this way with it.
The fact I am this way, wish I wasn't sometimes, but fuck it sometimes. And sometimes
See, he was supposed to rhyme with way, right? But he did that transition, which it worked. I'm not trying to say it didn't work. That worked for
this
sure.
way, wish I wasn't sometimes, but fuck it sometimes. And sometimes some shit just gotta be said. And who else gonna do it? So screw it, go get my meds. A couple ketamine crystals in a joint to the head. I'm that microphone killer, now that microphone dead.
Yeah. Not just the microphone killer, but the industry killer. Definitely, if you listen to all of his music and ever become curious on what he's talking about and do your own research, you will definitely turn away from the industry and run the other way. You don't want nothing to do with it. So he's definitely an industry killer as well. I didn't know he was like that for the longest time. So I turned away from the industry in like 2016. I didn't have that many artists that I could listen to that weren't them, right? Weren't the mainstream people. Just couldn't handle the idea of idolizing them or just loving their music, knowing how and where it comes from. So I created this channel so that we could react to underground, unknown artists who are either local to me or local to you, whatever. If you have any recommendations for anybody unknown and you want me to react to them, just let me know in the comments. And if you don't know who Chris Webby is and you made it this far, I'll leave his details in the description below so you can go check that out, show him some love, and gain some knowledge while you're at it. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to help this channel grow, and I'll keep doing these videos for you guys. And I also just started making some designs for merch. I don't have an example on me right now because I just started it. I just put it out there. It is on my YouTube. You probably can see it right now. It's just going to be some inspiring quotes that I believe other people would want to wear. It's not really about what I'm doing here on this channel. Although my first design, it says changing the world one reaction at a time. So it kind of ties into reaction videos, but it also has a second meaning where I believe we can help change the world or the world around us by reacting opposite way of how you used to react. So if you've been always a negative reactor, then we need to start positively reacting. So somebody calls you a name, don't call them one back. You know what I mean? So it's just like trying to do the opposite and make the world a little bit better since it is so dark at this time. So yeah, if you want to support that, I'm trying to come up with a bunch more ideas that you guys would like. If anybody has any suggestions, just leave it in the comments on this video. Anyways, that's it for today. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you have a good day, good night, whatever it is for you. And peace out, my friends.